Hello guys, welcome back. I'm Ansel, and today we're going to talk about Wonder Woman number 49 and number 50. So this is another double issue feature because I'm catching up after my fourth hiatus. And this time it is about the finale, the conclusion to the Dark Gods storyline. What can I say to start this? Well, I can say that I'm a little disappointed. I want to clarify. I think the conclusion was satisfying. I think it was good enough. But for the weight of the premise, the epicness that it was preparing, it was anticlimactic. I felt this with the end of the Flash War. I talked about that during my review of that. But I think it was even worse in here. And back at the Flash War, I said that the actual war, which gave the name to the event, which gave the name to the arc, to the story, was too short. And most of the Flash War story was about other stuff other than the war, but that other stuff was really well presented. It was really exciting, so that helped compensate things a little. But in here, that is not the case. In here, the story is called The Dark Gods, and it is supposed to be this epic fight at Dark Gods. The design of the Dark Gods was great. The backstory, even though it was given through an angel, was really interesting. The way it was connected to Metal and the Justice was also nice. But it's like they presented us, like on a silver platter, all these awesome things, and they were okay. This is like the essence, the juice of this fruit that is called the Dark God story. But I'm just gonna put it over here, and I'm gonna finish the story right now. Um, Solving things in a little rushed way, so I didn't like that. I'm gonna place myself back on issue number 49. At the beginning, we get more backstory on the Dark Gods, just a little. I mean, a few scenes of expositions about them. I do believe this exposition was quite forced in the way it was placed inside the issue, but it was nice because it showed us more about these gods and what they were capable of. And that's what I meant at the beginning. I mean, they made me too excited for them, and then it's like they were put on the side, which I think is also something that happened at Metal. We had the Dark Knights that were so powerful, and they were like were going undefeated at every moment, and right at the end they are like, no, let's put them over here and make them lose. So yeah, I don't like when they do that. But even though short, it was really nice to see the effects of what they were doing on the world and on the people at several countries. There was like these 3 or 4 pages that were telling some mini stories, showing us very well, instead of telling us the effects of these 4 dark gods. And that was really nice, but at the same time it is sad because I would have liked to see proper fights against each one of them instead of this rushed resolution. The way Diana and Jason tried to work together was really fun. I was a little worried at the beginning because Jason is a little incompetent still with that armor, but I liked how he made tried his best. He worked hard, and under the guidelines, or under the guidance of Diana, they actually managed to become a strong and powerful duo, and almost and even managed to defeat temporarily the leader of the Dark Gods, King Vest. So the issue ends with a twist, that one of those twists that makes you think, Jesus, things are going to get even darker for our heroes. How are they gonna win the day? But then again, this just helps in my feeling of that everything was resolved too quickly. At, at every point, I was like, "Oh my god, so epic things are going to happen!" No, 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 not so much. Let's go into issue 50. The issue starts in a with a trope that I never like. Because it starts like a month. I remember it was like a month after the fight against the Dark Gods. So I don't think that trope was convenient here because, as I was saying, we were coming from a preparation, a setup of a really epic story, a really epic fight where things were looking pretty dark, and you are like, how are they going to solve this? I mean, I know this is comic books, and I know this is superhero comic books. I know that you just assume and you just know that the heroes are going to save the day eventually and somehow. In this case, Diana and maybe or maybe not with the help of Jason, she was going to find a way to win against the Dark Gods. But I prefer, or I would have liked better, if they had kept me interested in expecting and seeing this resolution, the way that Diana will find how to defeat the Dark Gods. But it's like they were tuning up all this excitement, ranking it up to 11, and they are like, nope, stop, forget about all of that. Everything is over. They won. So I was like, oh my god, how are they going that way? Oh, it's over already. Now what am I gonna do? So they start talking about what happened in a dialogue that feels quite forced. I don't think an actual dialogue about what would have happened a month ago have that much detail. I know it was for the readers, but I think it was poorly constructed. And then we get actual flashback, and now we see the resolution, but after the excitement was a little aborted. So it's like, oh, see, let's see the solution. No, wait, no. Oh, okay, the resolution is here. Let's see what happened. So it's not quite the same. I hope I'm getting my point across. The thing is, I don't know, in summary, it's like they killed my excitement with the way they handled this the structure of the story. So half the issue is this present day storyline that is just working, telling just what happened, but that hasn't actually happened on panel. And the other half is the resolution. And as I've been saying, it was too quick. Everything happened too fast. I mean, it was a little Deus Ex Machina. It makes sense. Maybe Deus Ex Machina is a term that is not completely applied here. I'm just saying that it was a, I don't know, it was too fast. They could have taken their time in getting to that point, I believe, and they could have used these Dark Gods a lot better. I think they were kind of wasted. They have such great designs for interesting battles, but nope, they decided not to go that way. The way they resolve the things actually makes sense with everything that has been happening, so it's not completely out of nowhere. It involves a bittersweet moment that actually made me cry a little. I think at least that emotional moment was well handled. And also, even though I still feel like it's a little out of nowhere, not completely, but a little. But the way they resolve things, the rushed, was actually clever. So kudos to that. I will give this 3 Jasons out of 5. I will only give it 3 because the way they killed my excitement for the whole story and the way they wasted so many really good ideas and the way that some of the let's say actually good use of these ideas were not even in the actual comic book but in the annual. I think this could have been better handled. So I cannot give it a more than 3, at least this time. I'm a little disappointed. But overall, I still recommend checking it out, but not like a big recommendation like, you have to check it out right now. It's more like, okay, you have time, you like with Wonder Woman stories, and you want to have fun for a while. Okay, you can check it out. If you're interested in buying this comic, I am putting a link to Comixology in the description so I can facilitate things a little for you. You have read it. What do you think about it? Do you agree with me? Do you like this conclusion more than I did? If so, tell me. Comment down below. Let me know why. Maybe you can make me see things from a different perspective that maybe can make me appreciate it a little more. So thank you guys a lot for watching. Click the like button if you love Diana, and I guess I'll see you the next time.